welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny. I had VSG surgery April 17th, 2018. That makes me 14 weeks out. And this is a quick video of a little scare that I had. Let me tell you guys my stats really quick. My highest weight was 227. Surgery date was 215. Current weight is 184. So I believe that's a total loss of 43 to 44 pounds in 3 months. According to my doctor, that's average. According to me, it's slow. You know, we all want to lose quickly, but hey, it's a big change from a size extra large shirt to a medium large. Size bands 16, sometimes 18 to a 12. 12, sometimes 14, mostly 12. So those are my stats. And now let's get on to the story really quick. Basically, yesterday I was in the hospital. Since Tuesday, I've had really severe back pain. But yesterday it got to the point that it was very sharp and it was hurting me when I would like inhale very fast or very hard. So I got scared. I started writing on my support group and everybody's like, girl, don't play around with that, go to the hospital. So basically I went to the hospital. I spoke to my husband. He didn't even hesitate. He said, let's go. We got to the hospital, to the ER, and they put me in quickly. It was a very busy day for them. There wasn't even rooms. I live in Florida. So yeah, they put me in a hallway bed. Once they had a room for me, they put me in at around like an hour wait. I mean, they took my vitals and everything and all that stuff. But they had like an emergency. A guy, I think, had a heart attack or something, and everybody was going crazy around the hospital. So I was patient. Plus, I just wanted to know what was wrong with me. My back pain started getting worse and worse, and I was like, I can't sit, I can't do this, I can't do that. I was like, how do I get comfortable? Finally, they put me in the room. I spoke to the doctor. I explained all my problems. That week, I was having like a twitching in this arm. It was just very uncomfortable. It was like jumping. The nurse told me that it could be low potassium. They drew blood. They put an IV on because he also said that I looked dehydrated. Or sounded dehydrated. I don't know. Because I told him that I had VSG 14 weeks ago, he said, look, I'm going to respect the surgery. For me, he saw my toddler, the baby. So he said, how much does he weigh? And I said, he's 29 pounds, 21 months. And then he said, well, I think it sounds more like you're doing heavy lifting, because 29 pounds in your hip, you know, it's a lot. I know it might sound like a little, but it's a lot. And you're carrying him, feeding him, you know, moving around the house. So it's you know, it's heavy lifting on your back. So I said, okay, I just want to make sure. And he said, no, I'm gonna respect the surgery, and we're just gonna do like several tests just to make sure, because I know that the main concern is a blood clot. And I said, okay. So the first thing he did was obviously the blood. Sorry. The first thing he did was the blood work. That was pretty quick. And then immediately a person came to get me for an ultrasound. He wanted it to do an ultrasound of my legs. Dylan. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. He immediately wanted to do an ultrasound of the legs because he says that if there's clots on the legs, then it's more likely for it to go to my lungs. And if there's nothing in my legs, then he says, because he said he didn't want to go directly into checking my lungs because it's a lot of radiation and they have to contrast, I don't know what. Like, he explained it and it sounded painful. So he said, let's start from the bottom. Your vitals look normal. Everything seems normal. At that time, they didn't have the blood results yet. So, but he said that I looked okay, that it didn't seem like I didn't have any shortness of breath or anything like that. So, well, they took me back, did the ultrasound. It was painful. For me, everything is painful. I'm a crybaby. But, like, they have to squeeze the shit out of your, I'm sorry for the language, of your legs and, like, here on your pelvis, like, right next to your vajayjay. Yeah. And, like, they go all the way from your hip to the bottom, like, towards your feet. And I guess they're, like, pressing on the vein. It's just very uncomfortable. They did that on both legs, and when I got back to the room, he checked it. It was very quick, and he said, look, your legs look fine, everything looks great. And he got my blood tests, and he said that I did have low potassium. My iron is a little bit low. What else did he say? Basically it was sort of, I was dehydrated, so he put in fluids. And then I don't know why. I mean, I'm not drinking my cold water, but I am drinking water. I don't know why I get dehydrated so easily. Does anybody have any tips or know why? Because I'm always dehydrated. I feel bad, I'm dehydrated. Have this, I'm dehydrated. Like, it's always dehydration. Now, getting back to the back pain, he said obviously it's the lifting. I'm not allowed to carry Dylan for a while. He says somebody else has to take care of him. And he sent me some patches. He sent me some patches because he doesn't want me drinking anything for medication, like for pain medication, because I can't have any NSAIDs and things like that. So Tylenol doesn't really help me with anything, so I don't like to take anything for no reason. It's not gonna help. So yeah, I guess I still have it. It's really painful. I can barely drive. Like it's painful. Like right now I'm in pain. I can't sleep. I'm literally sleeping in fetal position because that's like the only position comfortable that I can sit. We were on our way home. My husband's like, but look at you, how you're sitting. I was sitting like with my knees up, and I'm like, well, this is the only comfortable thing that I have, the only position that I'm feeling comfortable in. I have to, you know. And he's like, that doesn't look right. You have to try and sit up straight. Mind you, I do work at an office job, and I don't have the greatest posture, so I know it's like an issue. But guys, I mean, when things like this occur, don't forget about it, because everybody's like, oh, you're crazy, you go to the ER. I don't care. I prefer that people tell me you're nuts, you go to the ER for anything, especially with my kids and with myself, and not to be, oh, look at that, she doesn't care about herself or her kid. No, that's not gonna be me. Insurance, I have insurance, and if they don't pay anything, I'll pay little by little. I really don't care. Some people are like, oh no, an office visit is like $500. Guess what? My life is worth more than $500, and especially considering that I had a surgery, I'm not gonna play around with that. So guys, don't play around with that. In my case, it was nothing, thank God. But still, if you had recent surgery or whatever the fact is, if you have pain, especially in your back, like the one I was experiencing, or I am experiencing, I feel comfortable now because I know that they did the test and everything is okay, hopefully. But it's still like, if I wouldn't have gone, I would have been like, oh my God, is it not? So don't stay like that. What's wrong, Dylan? Sorry, guys. So I'm just gonna close the video up. I don't want to bore you guys, and I'm getting here where I'm headed. So I'll talk to you guys later. Please comment down below if you have any questions. Bye.
Mom, how do I look? Let me see.
How do I look? I look like shit. Ew. You're gonna get us sick.